never boring with us, is it? It's never boring with us. We've had a suspension arm giveaway.
Where are we?
I don't even know.
Sick. Fine.
Right, current situation is we're kind of screwed. Our jack is very, very sketchy. Like, very sketchy. I'm genuinely very concerned about the jack. But we're going to get this thing up. I'm going to put a wheel under there so it doesn't kill me. Hopefully I can get it changed in time. There is a sheriff over there. Maybe he'll help. But I got to see if I got parts to fix this thing. I don't know if I do.
Go.
We had the spare part. I can't believe it. We've got, like, look at that tiny box you've got right next to you of spare parts. That's our entire thing of spare parts. And we had the right bit. So
where's the broken one?
Over there.
That's what broke.
Like, in fairness, we've hit some massive bumps and we got more weight in a car than you would ever really have. And it probably had a bit to do with how hard I hooked onto that turn there, as we did hit a big bump as we turned.
Yeah. And New Orleans roads.
New Orleans roads were disgusting. Oh, look what it did to my coil over.
Oh, wow.
Shit, what does my tyre look like? We'll have to look at my tyre in a sec. That's alright, it hasn't actually eaten the coil over itself. It's just the... yeah, well, you know, nothing new here on the Fink & Co channel. It's just been broke down as usual in America. I swear I drove my freaking G35 at home all the way across Australia, did heaps of drift days. The worst drum was a flat tyre and I knew it was going to go flat. I just like YOLO'd it.
Do you regret choosing a G?
Look, there's times when I regret having kids, and not really, but I love Corvettes. I know you hate them. I really like Corvettes. I want to bring one home to Australia, but...
You got to go to Corvette and I could have got a 240. And
all right,
240s have
next
back
time.
seats.
The end of this trip, we're going to have a G35 that has everything new in it because there'll be nothing new left to put in it. If anyone wants to buy it, hit us up. I want to get a Corvette and a 240.
Or swaps.
Or swaps. So this is the bit that was digging into the coil over here on the wheel. Luckily it hasn't touched the tyre, but yeah, the rim's definitely looked a bit better. There's literally alloy off my coil over there. But I'm about to put this back on. We're getting on the road.
Sorry, Stage. Sorry, Chris.
Yeah, sorry to my sponsors there. Sorry for the Stage wheels and the coilovers, but we're back on the road, guys. I can't believe it. I thought this was going to be a quiet day of just driving, and then we might have got some content with our boy Chelsea Nofa. But we're still going to see Chelsea now, which is good. Back on the road, put this wheel on, try to get off this jack without breaking the jack, just in case we do need it again, and pack everything back into the car because we had to unpack a lot of stuff. So get going again, and yeah, thank God we got it sorted. At least it didn't happen at high speed either. Like, it only happened like literally as we're turning the corner to go on the highway, so that side of the things is lucky.
No more race lines onto the highway. Please.
So even though wifey's there being helpful and stuff, she just said then, if we break down again, she hopes it's somewhere nice because she's just going to find a nice house and she's just going to stay there for the rest of the trip and meet me at the end.
No, I'm just going to move here forever.
Oh, you're just going to move here? Okay.
I don't want to go back to Australia.
She likes America that much. I love my track. I love living in Australia. So, but it is fun here in America. It's just not fun breaking down all the time. But wifey's getting everything sorted there. Are you going lefty-loosey instead of righty-tighty?
Huh?
You're going lefty-loosey?
No, it's because of the wheel and the little bit of concave, so
yeah.
It's hitting...
Well, if you just tighten one, it'll come good.
Huh?
You're loosening it right now.
I wasn't. I swapped the thing over, you distracted me. No, it's because...
I remember this time when she was heavily pregnant when we were in Abu Dhabi at Yas Marina. Yeah, no, it's a pain.
That's why I'm just doing
I need an extension. Heavily pregnant when we're in Abu Dhabi drifting that BMW. It's a whole bunch of dudes around, obviously Arabic. And it's unusual to have a female in those surroundings anyway, let alone a heavily pregnant one. But she was getting so frustrated watching people try and change tyres. She literally pushed these dudes out of the way, heavily pregnant, and got in there and started changing my wheels. It was super funny. You watch all these dudes just standing back like, what the hell is going on here? So anyway, I'm gonna help her put this wheel on so she doesn't keep turning it the wrong way. And she only turned the wrong way once. Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
I know, it's the stupid, look.
I know, I need a extension.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna help her get it off this dodgy jack and get back on the road. That was exciting.
Why don't you tell the viewers what you just told me?
Actually, well, I got a bit too excited and forgot to do some stuff up.
Yeah.
Chewie.
Driving across country in a drift car with a fucking rookie. What is this?
We'll get there. We'll get there in the end.
Will we? Will we though?
If I do stuff up, yes.
Just please stop up in a nice place, remember?
Alright, we did it. Alright. Best thing about having kids, where's the baby wipes at?
In the back.
Yes. Best thing about having kids, especially small children, if you haven't, even if you don't have kids, baby wipes are literally the biggest lifesavers in the world, and they will get anything off. Even dirty hands like this. Get yourself some baby wipes. They are amazing.
I bought spares for everyone for this trip.
Oh really?
Yeah.
We fixed the car!
Yeah! Sick! Monster truck. Alright, so we nearly died. The other side just went. Oh man, that shit was fucking scary as hell. This side's broken now. Luckily they're the same home joint as the front, so we do have spares. We will get back on the road, but this is not cool. Not cool at all. This fucking sucks. Like, when that shit happens on the highway, that's fucking terrifying that time. Jesus, last time we were only going really slow when it went. Remember how I said to you that lucky it only happened when we were going slow? That's what happens when it's going fast. And we weren't even going fast. We were doing like 90 earlier. We're only doing like fucking 50 or 60 then.
Yeah. And in front of a truck.
Oh. Lucky he's a good driver as well.
So where we've broken,
we broke on the highway over there. I turned around, I drove the wrong way down the exit and spotted this guy over here working on the car, and he had this mad brace and a jack we've been able to borrow. Exactly the same thing, bro. We're gonna fix it and get back on the road again. But Jesus, if this happens again, someone's gonna die and it won't be me.
And some Louisiana Cajun chicken.
Yeah, we're in Louisiana. Their roads are fucking me up, so I want some chicken.
Fried chicken.
Oh, good chicken.
It's good chicken.
Alright, we're back in action. There's only one thing I can think of, is because of how low the car is. When we're hitting really big bumps, I think my sway bar might be hitting those arms. But they were the older style of arm that GK Tech have since changed. So I'm hoping it's just a case of that old design we knew was a little bit weak. That's why they've been replaced with a much stronger piece, and that's the piece that's being sold to the public now. So I'm gonna get to, it's another 2 hours to get to Chelsea, and at that point I will get the car up in the air. I may need to raise it. I think that's our issue, is because there's so much weight in the car right now. When we're hitting bumps, we're getting so much compression, and these roads are so bad. Like, I can't even explain to you guys how bad Louisiana roads are. You know, we're hitting compressions, and if that sway bar is hitting that arm and pushing it down at the same time as all the other compression that's going on, that's probably what's breaking the arm. So we're alive. We nearly weren't, like, this nearly got real bad, guys. We nearly died. Like, honestly, the car went very sideways and we just gone past the truck. Like, we went like that, across like that. Luckily the truck obviously slammed his brakes on and we ended up off the side of the road. Jesus Christ, man. Lucky. At least I was driving. I was going to get you to drive. We would have died.
Yeah, 100% we would.
Yeah, I was not ready for that. But we caught it.
Or
but,
even if there was a car next to us. If there was a car beside us.
If there was a car beside us, we would have hit them for sure.
We would have hit them, and then if we
we could have caused
we would have gone in the wall.
Oh, we could have caused a huge accident.
Yeah.
But we didn't. We're here. Nothing's stopping us. Nothing. All right, guys, we have finally made it to Texas alive. Only barely. But we've got what, an hour and a half left to go. I really hope nothing else happens. We should be good. As soon as we got over that bridge, the roads immediately got better. So hopefully, fingers crossed, things go better from this point. But what can I say? It's been another interesting day for us. I'll quickly stop here so we can show you the Welcome to Texas sign, hopefully with the sun.
Out of all the states we've gone through and signs we've gone past, we finally got one. Yeah,
well, I decided I'd slow down for this one. Oh, windscreen wipers on. Yeah, the sun's really bad in our eyes, but yeah, let's get to Chelsea's. Chelsea's got some power tools and a jack ready. We are going to jack the back of this car up and have a good look over it. Chelsea's a bit more mechanically confident than I am. So hopefully he'll be able to diagnose an issue that I can't see, or, you know, maybe like I said, it was that old design that they're not selling anymore, you know, which, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully we can, you know, I'd rather we find an issue rather than, you know, even though it was an old product that's been replaced, I would rather if there was an issue. But we'll see how we go. Like I said, hour and a half to go. We're in Texas. I didn't like that bump. These bumps need to go away. I jinxed myself. The roads were amazing, and now I got this massive bump here. Oh my God, what the fuck? These roads. Jesus Christ, America, sort your shit out. These roads are so bad. Jesus, I'm never gonna complain about Australian roads ever again.
Yes, you will.
American roads are utter trash, man. Like, even the fucking toll roads we're on in, oh my God. Even the toll roads were terrible. Like,
the number 4.
You're paying for a toll, like, and then the roads were still terrible. Like, the 4 was the one where I threw sparks all over those people. So, oh, whatever. Anyway, all right, let's get to Chelsea's mum's house, where we're staying tonight. You. All right, so like I was saying earlier, we have actually made it to Houston. Where are we in Houston, roughly?
We're in Seabrook, actually.
Seabrook.
So it's about 20 minutes south.
So it's just out of Houston. We're here at Chelsea Denofa's mum's house.
Yep.
And Chelsea's just he just unpacked some of the stuff out of his E36 that he's bringing on Drift Week. And we are going to jack up the G35 and find out why the hell it's trying to kill us, other than the fact that it just wants to kill us. But I'm hoping that he will see something that I haven't seen, and it'll be more apparent. Like I said, he's a bit more mechanically knowledgeable than me.
Maybe just
yeah.
The slightest bit now, not that great.
Yeah. Oh, wow. See,
Are you losing the parts?
that's immediately a concern.
That's a sway bar link.
I might not have done it up that last time I stopped.
You got no rear bar now?
Maybe not. Alright, let's start off with the fun part. The last time we stopped, I forgot to put the 2 bolts in my sway bar, and literally just as I got here to Chelsea's, when I was backing the car up the driveway here to work on it, this piece fell out.
Are you sure you're not Irish?
This piece fell out, and I ran it over. I didn't lose the rubber, and I was able to find 2 bolts to get that fixed. Chelsea hasn't seen anything that I haven't seen. What we are going to do is flip this. Where is it? We're going to flip this arm. So it just gives a little bit more clearance on everything here. But like you said, you don't think it's hitting anything, right?
No, I can't because everything moves together. So
yeah. So we don't think that's the problem, but we're going to flip it anyway. So potentially, if that was the issue, it won't do it anymore. But I'm leaning towards the older style Heim being a bit shitty, and not being able to hold the stupid amount of weight that is a G35 sedan with a shitload of stuff in it. Like, I literally have alternators, clutches, power steering. I got all kinds of spares, as well as all our luggage for like 2 kids, 2 adults, and we're in America for 7 weeks, so could be a good reason.
sounds likely.
This shit's heavy.
You've also driven 6,000 miles in this thing already. So
yeah, more miles than most people are doing a drift car in a couple of years. So even a daily driven drift car, you're not doing these sort of miles. So all right, this is part of
Louisiana roads.
Oh man, the roads were so bad.
Dude,
But this is the funny bit, is the fact that Drift Week hasn't even started yet, and I've had like
You've also
what you would
3 times the length of Drift Week already. So.
yeah. All right, we'll flip these arms over.
Crazy if you were questioning it or not.
Huh?
I said you are crazy if you were ever questioning it or not.
Well, just to do it at all, or to do it
No,
with the
I would
family?
do it too, but I'm just saying in general, the whole thing.
With kids and
Yeah.
everything?
But I feel like that's part of it.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, especially... Well, that's the thing about the vlogging, is like whether my page blows up or not, I've got all these amazing memories with the kids and everything, which, you know, that I never would have had before, because I was like, couldn't edit or didn't even try and edit because there was no reason to or whatever. So now I've got all these...
When your kids are teenagers, they can watch these videos.
Yeah, and go back and, Jesus, Dad, you're such an idiot. Like, why did you do that?
I was using YouTube. That's like so 10 years ago. See where we're at?
Alright, we're going to do a thing. So I can see, it already looks like it's got more camber than it had. I think I might have... And it actually looks like it's towing out. We'll find out in a sec. Alright, so what it looks like is I rushed the right hand side quite a bit because I was pretty fucking over it at that point. So Chelsea and I agree. We do mostly just have the tow out on this right rear. So we're going to do adjustments on the lower arm on that one, see if we can get the toe to come back, and fingers crossed it does. It'll be close enough anyway. Near enough to close enough is good enough. Alright guys, we're good. We are back in action. Now I just wanted to go over something with you guys that especially is interesting with this whole trip, and one of the little things I was talking to Chelsea about is just look, I've somewhat had bad luck with this car, I agree. Like the engine blowing up. Look, the engine could have had more oil in it, but it wasn't enough for it to blow in my opinion. But these cars are known for it over in the States. So look, the engine blow was shitty. The clutch being shitty, that was definitely crap. But since then, the breakdowns I've had, you know, like a wheel bearing blowing after doing over 6,000 miles in a drift car with a heavily, like I had a lot of toe in on the rear. So the strain on the wheel bearing would have been huge. I had so much toe in because of the height I was running. I had the car railed and I wasn't being kind to it. So a wheel bearing blowing, driving from one side of the country to the other, when in comparison to Australia, it's literally like driving from Brisbane to Perth. So, you know what I mean? To have a wheel bearing blow on a trip that far isn't really that bad. And then the drive from...
You had a half-inch of toe in.
Yeah, I had a half-inch. So for Americans, half-inch of toe in. For Australians, I probably had like 12 mil or more total toe in. Like a huge amount of... More toe in than I even run in my track car. But that's just because the height I had the car, that's as much toe out and zero camber and whatever I could get. And it was just the happy medium I could find while not killing the inside of the tyres. The massive amount of weight I have in the car, like the car is loaded up like crazy. So realistically, to drive the equivalent of Brisbane to Perth and have only a wheel bearing go, and then did a heap of driving in Miami, did another in kilometers, probably another at minimum 1,000 kilometers while I was in Florida, and then to drive all the way across to Texas, which is, how far is Orlando to here?
1,050,
so over
kilometers.
Yeah, about 1,200 or 1,300 kilometers to here. And those home drive, and I can't stress enough, guys, those roads were disgusting, and they were the older Heim joints. So you've got the newer Heim joints in there. We shouldn't have any issues from there. The situation there should be under control now. The engine seems to be mint. The only issue that I have a split CV boot, which it's been split since LA, so I'm not overly stressed on that. If it starts to get noisy, I'll worry about it. And the diff's whiny, but that's kind of typical for a welded diff. It'll probably do another, 10,000 miles or something. But, I've done an insane amount of miles in this car already. I think we've done 7,000 or we've done like 8,000 miles already. We've got the car with 141,000 and we're at 148,000 or something. There we go, something like that. But we've done a lot of miles already. So not riding off the G35 yet. I still like it. I actually think it kind of looks cool. I saw an Aristo today, or whatever they call them here, and they are strikingly similar. These cars, like,
Similar.
Yeah. So I don't hate her yet. Yet. So I did hate her at the start. I've learned to love her again, and I think we've got some plenty more fun ahead of us. She'll make it to LA. There's no way I'm not. I'll make it somehow. I'll make it. I'm not gone through all this shit that I've gone through to get here to not make it to LA. So I'm gonna make it.
Well, I think also, like, we're all doing shit that no one's really done before, and then you're doing it even gnarlier, like driving the car, drifting it, beating the crap out of it, sharing it with your wife to drive. Like, it's like for real.
Yeah.
So, like, the stuff that's happening in this car, most other people are not gonna have this problem.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I did that.
They do short trips.
Yeah.
And they're always working on their shit.
Yeah. I did a 5,000 kilometer trip at home with a V35, which is the same shit in my coupe. And I did 7 drift events, 7 drift days. 3 in a row at Mount Gambier, which was a street course, which was, crazy on the car. Then Tasmania, which is like super high speed, and then Calder Park again, which is high speed, and then we went to Mexico for a night as well. So it's like, that car got hammered on, and literally the only thing I had wrong was a flat tire and the engine mounts broke. But the engine mounts broke like at the end. I drove it the 2,500 kilometers back home with the broken engine mount. So they are a good car. It'll see me through the end of this trip, I'm confident. If it does, I may sell it because I really want a Corvette to take home to Australia. So, but then again, I might, if it makes it through, I might want to keep it.
Corvette, you want to buy it?
No, I've got enough convertible cars.
That's what I was saying. Maybe you would actually want it.
No, I've got enough convertible cars. I need a car with a roof.
Yeah.
So, although it's crazy, there's a guy coming on this trip with a convertible Corvette, and he's just driven from like crazy cold temperature.
From Idaho. Yeah, and a C4 vet.
Yeah.
He's nuts.
Super cold. Like, they were rugged up. I'm trying to think what they look like. But what's a Dumber and Dumber when they're in their snowsuits,
or
the
like
80s style?
snowboarders in a Corvette towing a trailer to go drifting. It's perfect.
Yeah. Drift Week is going to be amazing, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in tomorrow's vlog, where we'll be meeting up with everybody tomorrow. Tomorrow night we're having a bit of a get-together party, and then, like, I guess that's Drift Week officially starting, so talk to you guys then. Bye.